I hope that everybody had a wonderful week. The Gemara in Tanis tells us a very famous legend that one time there was a terrible decree from the Roman emperor against the Jews. And the Jews in Eretz Yisrael felt that they needed to send a gift to the emperor to try to bribe him, to convince him to change the edict. Who could take such a gift? Who could go on such a mission? Obviously, only the holiest person, Nachum Ish Gamzu. What made him so holy? Because no matter what happened, no matter how big a challenge or a tragedy was, Nachum always said, Gam Zu Latova, I know that this is for the best. Somebody who had such a strong emunah in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he could be the one to take this gift to the emperor. So they send Nachum Ish Gamzu on his way to Rome with a treasure chest full of rubies and diamonds and pearls and valuables. He gets to the inn. The innkeeper says to himself, whoa, let's see what's happening over here. A Jew from Israel going to Rome to see the emperor with a chest? It must be that there are tremendous valuables in there. And sure enough, he steals all the money and all the wealth, and he replaces it with sand from the backyard. Nachum doesn't check in the morning. He continues on to Rome. And when they get to the emperor's excited. Oh, the Jews want to send a bribe. Everybody knows Jews understand their gratitude, and Jews know how to give gifts. So it must be something really precious. They open it up, and it's sand. You're trying to embarrass me, the emperor said. And they send Nachum to a cell. They're going to kill him in the morning. At night, Eliyahu Hanavi comes to the emperor and says, really? You think the Jews are embarrassing you? Don't you know the Jewish legend about their forefather Abraham, that when he had to fight a war, he took the sand and turned it into arrows? You have enemies. You have wars. This might be the best gift that you ever received from the Jews. Go out to the porch and let's test it. They took a handful of dirt, and sure enough, the dirt turned into arrows, and the emperor was extremely excited. He refilled the chest for Nachum full of money and full of valuables and sent him back to Eretz Yisrael with the decree torn up. The innkeeper was obviously shocked to see Nachum. How could it be that somebody shows up at the emperor with dirt and lives to see the next day? So Nachum tells him what happened. The innkeeper says, I know where that dirt's from. That's my backyard. I'm going to be rich. So he fills up another chest with the dirt, goes back to Rome. But of course, this dirt is just dirt. And the emperor kills the innkeeper. Nachum says, as always, Gam Zu Latova, we see that Hashem has my back, that Hashem's orchestrating the world in such a way, miraculously or not, whether I know about it or not, in a way that's going to help me, assist me, and make sure that my life is taken care of. This explains, says Reb Chaim Shmulevitz, this explains a interesting phenomenon that happens in this week's Parsha. Parshas Vayetze, all the way through the end, there are no breaks. You read it only as one story. It's the only Parsha in the Torah that's like that. Why Parshas Vayetze? Why is that Sagur? So it says Reb Chaim Shmulevitz, because if you micromanage every single detail of what happens in the Parsha, so you could get really depressed. Yaakov is as low as the beginning of the Parsha. His own brother wants to kill him, chases him out of the house. And on the way that he's running, he meets his nephew who takes all his money. So now he's on his way to Lavan, the uncle, that who knows what kind of religious environment it's going to be. Without any money, that he won't even be able to perhaps get a wife. And then so he works out a deal with Lavan. He's going to get married. Lavan switches the sisters. And the one that Yaakov loves ends up having trouble having children. In the end, when Yaakov wants to leave, so he makes financial deals with Lavan about how they were going to split up the wealth. And Lavan changes the deal 10 times. He swindles him. He scams him. He deceives him. Finally, Yaakov breaks away and he's traveling. He wants to get out of Haran. And Lavan's chasing him with his whole crew. And they want to kill him for running away clandestinely. So if you take every incident of the Parsha for Yaakov, it's just bad. One bad after the other, one tragedy after the other, one hardship after the other. However, says Reb Chaim Shmulevitz, if we take a step back and we don't micromanage, if we only look at the beginning, Vayetze Yaakov, that he's getting kicked out, all the way till the end where he says Machanayim. So let's look at what happened. He left empty-handed. His brother wants to kill him. But now he's on his way back to greet his brother. He has a tremendous amount of wealth. He has 4 tzaddikus wives. He has a countless number of kids. And it seems like his life is really great. He's all of a sudden now he's on the top of the world. He left with nothing. He's returning with everything. along the way? A whole lot of bumps in the road. But if we don't micro-focus on every single detail and we let Hashem do his thing and let Hashem run his world, so it might turn out that everything's going to be okay. It'll certainly turn out for the good. Whether we recognize that is up to us or not. And says Reb Chaim Shmulevitz, that also explains something interesting about the name Nachum Ish Gam Zu and the phrase that we say Gam Zu L'Tova. Why Gam Zu L'Tova? Really what we're saying is, let's say in the case of Nachum, is that the fact that there's dirt in this chest right now, Zu L'Tova. I know this is going to turn out, it's going to be okay. Anytime that Emunah, that he has my best interest. But how do we do that? That's so hard, especially when we're in the throes of the challenge itself. So Chazal say, Gam Zu L'Tova. Don't micro-focus. In the past, Hashem has done a ton of kindness for us. We're alive. We have so much bracha. In the future, I'm sure there's also going to be a lot of bracha. Okay, now it's a little bit dark. But Golel Or Mipnei Choshech, the one who rolls away the or because there's going to be darkness now, Golel Choshech Mipnei Or. So he's the one who rolls away the darkness from light that's going to be coming, that's quickly on its way. So Gam Zu L'Tova. That's Chazal's advice to us. That if we're able to take a step back, if we could focus on the larger picture, on what Hashem has done for us up till now, and what certainly Hashem's going to do for us in the future, so then we have a fighting chance of getting to the level of Emunah, of saying Belev Shalem with integrity, Zu L'Tova. Hashem should not give us too many hardships at all, and certainly things that we think that we can't bear, even though He believes in us. We should have wonderful lives full of bracha and nachas and health and simcha, happiness and success. But if there are challenges that Hashem knows are going to ultimately make us stronger and better, so He should give us the vision and the foresight and the courage to be able to say Gam Zu L'Tova. Have a great Shabbat.